It is Wednesday morning, March the 9th. I'm first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week to chat about what's going on in the world of weather. You can see Stella's tail going, hello, good morning to you, my lady. I hope you're doing well. I'm back in the home office doing Coffee Talk after Kellyanne took a couple of much-deserved days off. I get to take a couple of days off here pretty soon, too, my first of the year. And not like I'm excited or anything. Oh, you want to come up on C? All right. All right, let's chat about what's going on. You don't need a meteorologist to tell you it's a little gray out there this morning, but we are continuing our summer preview of sorts. And then we look ahead to a big chill. No, I had this on yesterday. No, it's not like we're going to see snow in Central Florida. That was just added for effect, to make it look all fancy. Anyway, let's chat about what's going on this morning. Good morning to you. Here's a look at downtown Orlando. Clouds off in the distance for sure. It is not the brightest, sunniest of days, but that's okay. It is what it is. This morning, by the way, we are tracking a little bit of rain falling in some parts. Let's come right over to our first warning Doppler radar and see what's doing. First off, let me just lapse this, and you can see those showers that we were tracking starting to fade, but just over along the nature coast, we're watching a few of those little showers. But for now, all is looking good in Brevard County. And of course, there is that rocket launch going on here in just a couple of moments' time. 8:45 is what they are. Just checking here. Yeah, 8:45 is what is targeted over at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. The probability has actually just gone up from 80% to 90%. Didn't get a chance to update the graphic, but at any rate, even with the cloud deck, company says it is not going to be a problem, so we are doing A-okay. All right, visibility, because we did have the rain yesterday, not really watching anything in the way of fog, and as we check in on temperatures across Central Florida, it is comfortable, but it is warm, right? 73 in Orlando, 71 in the Villages, 72 degrees in Palm Coast, and 70 degrees for us out the door in Palm Bay. So where do we go from here? Well, we know that it's a nice, warm, muggy start to the day. Leading into the afternoon, those temperatures climb again into the 80s, lower 80s for our beachside spots, mid to upper 80s across the interior. And yes, once more, we'll get into those showers and those thunder showers. And I do think that today's storms very well may be a little more potent, especially in our northern areas. And we're going to get all into that when I see you with the full update here in just a couple seconds. Nancy, good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. Cheryl, back in Florida tomorrow. Very good. Nancy, good morning to you. As we're chatting, I'm just going to take a sip. Frankie, good morning to you. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Tim says a 3-layer day. It really isn't. You know what it is? When I go to work, I like to wear my little vest because it's chilly in the studio. So it's just on my person. It's not like it's a needed thing. I mean, temperatures are in the 70s, for goodness sake. 84 degrees by 1 o'clock, 88 degrees. It is going to be a very warm day today. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to be to near record values. So let's take a look. Stand by. Need to find. That's the one. All right, too many graphics. All right, so how close are we going to be to records? So let's talk about that a little bit. In Orlando, within a degree of a record over 100 years old. 88's the forecast. 89 is the record set back in 1905. Sanford, 88, 89. 1 degree off. How about Leesburg? 88, 87 is the record set back in 91. So, yeah, you're going to be in the vicinity. And don't look now, but Daytona Beach, you as well are going to be in jeopardy of getting to a new record level. Yeah. Just get ready for that, my friends. Don't be surprised if we get yet another record. Yeah, it's a toasty, toasty day. So where do we go from here? Let's talk about the high temperatures. And then we'll get into the rainfall timing. Forecast highs look like this today: 88 degrees in Orlando, 88 degrees in Sanford, 84 for us over in Daytona Beach, 83 degrees in Palm Coast, and 86 in Ocala. So yes, it is warm. Yes, it is going to stay that way these next couple of days, but don't look now because we actually do have a bit of an adjustment coming our direction. Let's chat about it. First off, through about, say, Friday, we are hot. Yeah, near record heat. But Saturday, cold front is finally going to be arriving in our area, and it will bring with it gusty winds, heavy downpours. There's a look at 1 o'clock Friday afternoon. Futurecast showing widely scattered showers, even thunder showers, heavy rainfall in our area. But that's going to change the whole weather picture around, so be ready for that. Evelyn says, my eyes are driving me crazy. Is the pollen high? The pollen is so high. Yeah. Seriously. Very, very high. Michael, good morning. We're getting snow in the next hour or so, 2 inches. My little one is still sleeping. Went down at 8 last night. Enjoy it while you can. The snow as well, but the little one's sleeping. Because once that tornado fires up, right? Jennifer, good morning to you. David, Nikki, good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Nancy says, light winds and cloudy in Port Canaveral. Very good. Are you watching the launch today? I hope you are. It'll be a great day for it. We're not going to get a good view here. I will be trying to stream that launch for you live, though, on my social platforms, just so that you know. Ariana, good morning. All right, so a lot of activities going on Saturday, and a lot of people are curious, what does this mean for my Saturday forecast? Aha, let's take a look. Joanne says cold front can't come soon enough. And by the way, I did finish my March long-range forecast. Oh, I've already messaged it to Chris Pierce. So Chris is always my checker. He's the one that keeps me honest. So he already has March, and I'm going to eyeball April, but I'll show you what I've got my working update right now in just a little bit. But you have all been asking about those long-range forecasts for the month. It's funny. I stayed up late last night. Jeannie woke up this morning. She's like, how long were you up? And I said, about 10:30. She said, it looked like you were working on something important. I said, everybody's asking about the long-range forecast for the months, and I've not done great. So here we are. Hold on one second. Hold on. When you get a text message from my boss, you stop what you're doing. Bear with me one second. Just finish coffee talk and okay. I told her I'm going to finish coffee talk. She asked about a personalized forecast. I said, let me just finish coffee talk and I am all yours. So my apologies, but again, the boss is the boss. All right. So 1 p.m., you've got the heavy rain swath over Central Florida on Saturday. Your Saturday is not looking great the first half of the day. Okay? A lot of things happening on Saturday. There's the big Billy Joel concert. There's all kinds of things, right? Bike week. It's going to be impacted by this front. But watch how by like 3, 4 o'clock, we're starting to get that rain moving south. By 7 o'clock, it's in South Florida. So your Saturday evening plans are looking great. It looks like morning through about midday Saturday, we're talking about showers, thunder showers, and yes, even the potential of getting some stronger storms. After that, Saturday night turning cooler. Sunday morning, just flat out colder. It's going to be dramatically different. Yeah, I mean, seriously. When we look at the temperature roller coaster, just think about it like this, okay? Friday's high temperature is 89. Saturday's high temperature is going to be a little lower because of the cloud cover and the rain, but Sunday's high temperature, holy macaroni, yeah, 64 degrees. 64 degrees, our high temperature on Sunday. So we're going to shift from this well above average near record pattern to this below average setup for Sunday. All right, so let's just get you through kind of our 7-day forecast, and then from there we can work ahead and kind of take it through storm threats and all that stuff. All right, so for today, 40% coverage of showers and storms. It's going to mainly be in our northern areas because it's frontal based, and those that do develop could get a little feisty. For tomorrow, 60% coverage of showers and thunder showers. Friday, rain chance down just a little bit, and then Saturday, of course, as that front moves through. Now, that all said, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to strong and severe storms, okay? We call ourselves first warning weather because the idea is to warn you. For today, there is a risk for strong to severe storms, highlighted in yellow, scattered variety, highlighted in green, isolated variety. So most of the threat north of our area, but looking a little closer, Marion, Flagler, Northern Lake, Volusia, even Seminole, we're under an isolated risk, a level 1, okay? So for today, a level 1. What does that mean? I mean, the word isolated is what it is. All right? But if we break it down, the idea is we could see winds gusting a little high. There's a relatively low tornado risk, and all in all, the hail should be fairly small. If we break those threats down, moreover, here's what our idea is. Showers and storms are going to get feistier the further north you go. Mainly just strong winds, but we could see one or two get into severe criteria. So that's certainly something that we're going to be watching. Again, if we show you that threat map, the severe risk for today, scattered variety is north of us, like Gainesville, Jacksonville, and points to the north. But in our area, a level 1, an isolated threat for strong to severe storms, okay? Now, we could break it down that much more, frankly. Give me 2 seconds and I'll do that. We can break down the threats. So let's talk about the hail threat first. No. Damaging wind threat, again, like a 2-3 in our northern spots, a 1 in our southern spots, so not a big deal there. And then in terms of a tornado threat, really north of our area, we're on a low end. So it's just the winds that we're really looking at, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, as far as timing it out, let's take a look at Futurecast, right? Let's start this morning. We've got the clouds. We've got the moisture in play. Watch through time. 11 o'clock, a few spotty showers. Lunchtime, a few spotty showers. By the way, I'm on WESH 2 News at noon today, so we're going to be talking about the shower opportunities, and we're going to be talking about the stormy weather too. Just notice, let me just pause this. 2 o'clock, you can see up here on the top of the screen, you see all of the yellows and reds. Those are the bigger storms. That's why we think the threat for the bigger storms is north, because that's where the front is, okay? But as that front kind of gently sags south, here's 5 p.m., could see a couple of showers or storms in our eastern areas. Then watch out through like 6 o'clock, that frontal moisture sags south. There's 8 o'clock, and you could see up around Gainesville and kind of sneaking into our area, right? Yeah, we've got some of that moisture around. Watch through 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. You see how some of that, especially late this evening, is getting into our northern areas? Midnight, that's where we're talking about that threat. And if we were to extend this forward, okay, you know, tomorrow, that's 10 a.m. tomorrow. Storms, nasty storms in our area as that front is hanging out. And so that brings me to tomorrow's threat for strong to severe storms, okay? Here's the overall idea for tomorrow's threat for strong to severe storms. All of Central Florida under a level 1 risk for isolated strong to severe storms. And if we were to break it down that much more, the hail threat for Central Florida, a 2 out of 3. The tornado threat for Central Florida is a 1, so that's good. The damaging wind threat for Central Florida is a 2 out of 3. So again, the threat for tornadoes is going to remain nice and low, but the overall idea of winds is going to be a little higher. Now, if we extend this beyond, that's the wrong model, hold on. If we extend this beyond Thursday into Friday, you know, let's do this. Friday, there's another little pop-up of energy out in the Gulf of Mexico that's going to stream through and probably stay north of our area. So the overall chance of rain on Friday is actually a little bit lower because that moisture is north of our area. So if we look at the overall severe risk, it's the panhandle, but how much of our area does that encompass? For now, we're going to have to watch because as that front sags south, Friday into Saturday, again, late Friday into Saturday, that opportunity of moisture moves into our area. So here's Friday, scattered strong to severe storms in our northern areas north. Again, just take a look at why that is. Because as that frontal boundary starts moving in, right, late Friday into Saturday, we've got that opportunity. So again, late Friday into early Saturday, scattered strong to severe storms in our northern areas. And then if we were to take and extend that beyond, looking ahead to Saturday, it would encompass kind of a little bit more of our area watching the northern part of the area. That's what we call day 4, so they don't break it down much, but we are at least in the vicinity of watching. So for what it's worth, long story long, we're just looking at the opportunity for showers and thunder showers these next couple of days, okay? And some of them, especially the further north you live, some of them could try to get a little feisty, all right? Long story long. Susan, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Pam, good morning to you. Now, that all said, let's take one step forward and talk about the long-range forecast because a lot of you ask about it. And I finally have it. So let's just say today's the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. So the 15th, we've got those storms kind of returning into the area, okay, around the 15th. That's the Florista. I mentioned earlier that I thought that maybe this week was the Florista. It's not. It times out better for next week. And the models are going absolutely in on that. So next, that Tuesday, that is the Florista. So let's look at the long-range forecast, and you can see the Florista. I did move it from the 14th, 15th to the 16th, 17th. When I did my earlier forecast, it was a day shifted. But look at the end of March. Trending warmer, a little bit of a break, then trending warmer, transitioning cooler at the end of March, okay? So for those of you that are asking about, like, are we done with the cool? First off, we know that we're getting a cool this weekend into early next week. But there's another window for cool at the end of March. All right, so we're not 100% done with it just yet. And then if we look to April does look kind of warm, mild for much of it. But there is going to be an opportunity toward the end of April. Now, is it just lower humidity? Probably just lower humidity. But I put lower temp trend, like it could be, could be lowering humidity. And I'll probably change that. If I'm honest, I'm going to change that from lower temp trend to like lower humidity trend, that kind of thing. But April's looking warm. The end of March, though, has a little window transitioning cooler. All right, so there's your monthly forecasts. Not really tweaked all that much, but it's all dialed into the LRC there. And now that we're there, we'll be good to go. Let's see here. Nancy, do you think we'll be okay landing into Tampa at 11 a.m. on Saturday? I would say that there's going to be weather in the area. Whether or not the FAA starts throwing in ground delay programs, that's going to be something that is a little outside of my area of expertise. I can't predict them, but I can tell you there's going to be weather in the area. So for what it's worth. All right. Let's see here. Other questions. Good morning and the best weatherman ever. Robin, thank you, my dear. I appreciate it so much. Priscilla, oh boy, El Nino to El Nina, crazy weather. We're in a La Nina pattern right now. Thankful for the rain, Sydney says. Indeed. We need the rain, so absolutely. Elizabeth, hey buddy, how you doing? Tom, good morning to you. Wife has a 5K Saturday morning in New Smyrna Beach. When will the rain start? Well, and that's the struggle. There's not just that. There's the Winter Park Road Race from our partners at Track Shack. So at this point, all I can do is give you kind of a wide future cast for that far out because the low resolution model is where we're at, okay? So here's Saturday at 7 a.m. We're still looking good. Most of that moisture should be north of us. So for the Track Shack Winter Park Road Race, we're actually looking okay. for your wife's 5K, Ed, over in New Smyrna Beach, we're actually looking okay. But just after those races, that's when it looks like we're going to get into the threats for stronger storms. Okay? Yeah. Showers this afternoon, right? Kate, I already showed Futurecast, Kate. I already showed it. We'll go back and we'll look at it again. But yeah. Saturday at 5 p.m. will be clear. At that point, I think middle of the day Saturday is when the storms are around. But if you look around 5 p.m., we are clearing. Yeah, so maybe a lingering shower or so, but I mean clearing. Yeah, so that's good. Pam says there's always a cold front at the end of March. Every year we go through this. It's true. It's true. And this year, our long-range forecast absolutely shows it. Around the 28th, 29th. So the beginning of that week looks to be a little cooler. And then again into April. Annie says, I hope April is not too warm for Jeep Beach. I'm team lead for raffles. Hard work, but I love it. When is that, Annie? There's your April long-range forecast. Priscilla, Epcot tomorrow? I would go. I plan on going to Epcot Friday. Just today, Eric, my son, not me. Just today, Eric said, Daddy, I really liked when we had our date at Disney. And I said, oh, you did? And he said, I'd like to do that again. To which I melted. To which I melted. And then I promptly said to his teacher, if you ever have a Thursday or a Friday where you're not really going over content, a new material, I would love to steal him for the day. And he's in preschool. It's not like he's in elementary school. And she said, actually, because we're going into spring break next week, this Friday would look good. To which I said, and so, yeah, I think we're going to be at Epcot. Michael said, no-go Monday to Epcot. Nice and cool. I have to work Monday. I'm doing the morning show Monday. Beverly, how is May looking like? Beverly, I just got March and April done. Ugh. You give them an inch. What do they say? If you give a mouse a cookie, they're gonna want some milk. Yeah, I haven't done May yet. I just did these, for goodness sake. Annie's April 25th to May 1st is Jeep Beach Week. Oh, okay. So it looks like it's, if there was a week in April that actually looks really good, I would say it's the end of April. It looks like, maybe a cool front. Beverly, you're fine. I have to tease you. It's my love language. But it is a cool front. At April, are we going to get a real cool front, or is it just going to be a drop in humidity? That's where I'm at. Amber, can you show today's forecast? Most certainly. And then we'll take one more look at the Futurecast for it as well, because I know, and I forgot who it was, but somebody had checked in. For today, we're looking good. It's going to be a hot one. Near record heat, as a matter of fact. 88 degrees. Notice those afternoon storms are firing up. But those afternoon storms are mainly going to be in our northern areas. So heads up, my friends. Around 11, 12 o'clock, I'll see you for WESH 2 News at noon. We'll be popping up some showers just thereafter. We'll have brand new model data, of course. And then look for, especially after sunset, our northern areas in particular, those storms are kind of marching in 11, 12 o'clock, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? All right, 7-day forecast. What does June look like? Ay vey, Chris, you of all people. What does June look like? It's going to be hot, it's going to be stormy, and we're going to be tracking the tropics. Boom. I'll take the paycheck now. All right, so 7-day forecast. Near record heat today, tomorrow, and Friday. Saturday, morning looks okay. Midday, bleh, not okay. Then late afternoon, evening, perfecto. Mwah, beautiful, gorgeous. Spring forward, not a fan. Sunday, cooler, like much cooler. High temperatures in the 60s, morning lows in the 30s and 40s, and then we start to trickle back up. I know next week is spring break. We're going to start off spring break in many locations. It's spring break. We're going to start off a little cooler. Then we're going to start to warm up just a little bit. Okay? All right. 90% chance of good weather for the rocket launch. Live coverage will be here shortly. And, of course, hopefully we'll be able to have a great rocket launch. We won't have much viewing because of the gray skies, but watch for it. I will do the best I can to get it all streamed on our social channels, all right? But in the meantime, be the sunshine in someone else's day. Stephanie, that forecast is for you, okay? All right. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. I will see you today on WESH 2 News at noon. And then, of course, I will see you for WESH 2 News at 4. I'm in on duty for that show. And our 3:30 Coffee Talk will live. I will see you at 3:30. All right.